everybody, it's Christina, and today we're starting a new series. Now, I've got to be honest, I've been pushing myself, and I've been running myself ragged to make others happy. And I think that there's a few people that I've been noticing have been saying a similar story. I found that by the end of last week, my anxiety was so high that I was having almost a meltdown. So let's just have some fun today and play. Now, you've seen this. My way of dealing with all of it is to come back to the space of play. Now, so that is going to my friend. I'm showing you that because I've also made her this little book as a present. Now, but I wanted to flip through it because I've been doing the Golden Book, so I just wanted to flip through. She's a pagan, so I thought that this Which Witch is Which Sesame Street book was quite funny. She might have a laugh about that. So I've got some little cauldrons there. This is just some lace. We've got the normal pages and some extra little funny bits. Some different types of paper and journaling. Now I've found some little bat brads, so I thought that was funny. I think she'll find it amusing. I've got, this is a page out of a homeopathy book, so she's all, of course, into herbs and natural remedies. There's a little witch's hat on a journaling card. This, of course, is done in a very light-hearted, not serious manner, and I know that she will have quite a good laugh about it. So I found these old images. They're old images. This is a little page that is the rose test for girls. Choose one for yourself and one for your lover. So it's a little bit of a old, silly, how to know if he loves you or not kind of spell type of thing. And plus, of course, we've got the story all the way through. Another junk journal card. Another one with an old, I think this was Graphics Fairy, Halloween spell type of bats and all of that. And this one's got a little broomstick and a bat. Some extra journaling paper. This one is, this is an ancient love spell that is written in ancient Greek or something like that. So that's that. I know she'll get a great laugh out of it, and she's been doing it hard, so it's nice to give a gift to someone. What else? So we've got a bit of blood off the bat because she does look rather, I'm not going to say the word evil, it's not the right word, and she looks in her power. What was this one? Alright, so another little runic love spell. And a journaling card, and of course these can be written on the back as well, with the little pockets. That's an old witch's execution book. Gross. And another homeopathic with a card stuck on, and the last page. And I've just put, I've used my crocodile and just punched and put them all together. So those two are going out to my lovely, lovely friend Deshka. And part of being a bit, I've got three Winnie the Pooh books, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing, and what I decided to do was some mass making for those. So I was going to say that part of being getting so caught up with other people's stuff. I was having stuff other people were offloading onto me and making demands, and I was running around and going and house sitting, and honestly, it's all good and well, isn't it, until you realise that you're actually affecting your health, and I was affecting my health, and so I'm coming back. Now, there's nothing wrong with coming back to me. So for anyone else who's been feeling the energies that are going on in the world at the moment. Sorry about that, that's probably really noisy. That's what I would suggest. Time to take a step back and look after self for a minute. Alright, so I've got 3 of these. If I would have done more if I had them, but I thought while I was looking at them that I should just do some mass making for all of them. So first things first, just going to take that page out, and that's my guide, because they're all going to be the same size. Okay, so I have got, this is from a painting I did, and it's like that. And I've printed them out because I think I'll do a digital kit with it, because it sort of lends itself to great collage. But what I wanted to do was 1, 2, 3. So this is the bottom half of my painting. So I wanted to do this. Just get them knocked up there. So mass making. Now I don't know, maybe I need my tear ruler. Oh, I do have it here. I cleaned up. I just want to keep that little bit of type there. It says the twins promised not to bring up the subject. Now that doesn't have to mean anything, and it's from, it's going to be hard actually. One sec. I'm not going to be able to do, I think I'll have to do them all singularly. That was from the little junk journal book I was making earlier with the twins and the lady. In my 30-day, the 30-day junk journal making course, the book I was using, that little bit of text is from there. So how is everyone? I'm starting to get myself back after doing too many things, running around to keep other people happy and not thinking about whether or not they care about whether I'm being kept happy. So I have a process with it, if anyone's interested. If not, just mute. Maybe just mute and put on some music and put it on fast forward. But I also have to have a bit of a natter. So my process is when I really get to that stage where I am that upset or that sort of split out of myself, I guess, is to almost do a double meditation, or a triple even, but to do a bigger meditation than I would normally do. I just usually have some meditation beads and I go round the circle, and I do a bit more, and I start to look at having some positive self-talk where I feel that I've bought into other people's stuff and I've started to actually say those things to myself. So So that's what I've been doing, and that's, for me, that's the start of the process. Then I also know that another part of the process is that I don't eat well. I said that in the last video. I stop eating properly, and I don't really look after myself. And this comes, so this is another subject, but it comes from past trauma. And if anyone knows anything about trauma, there's definite things that can happen. Like maybe your brain's not wired properly, just all sorts of things that can happen. So I have to bring myself back to nice self-talk, good self-talk, and positive self-talk, positive affirmations, till I start to, well, lose the crazies. It's really, it's the complex PTSD crazies where you've done your best for a while, but then something got away from you, and you've just kind of lost the plot again. Yeah. And all it takes is one upset or one trigger that doesn't quite help. Alright, so what I'm imagining, oh, that didn't work, I'll just do that, is probably punching those like that. So when you open them, they open like that, but there's journaling spots on the back. Can anyone hear the baby next door? That lady next door with her baby is having a little bit of a cry. I printed these ones onto it looks like a handmade paper from a distance, but it's actually solid paper. It's almost like it's been printed up to look like it rather than being it. Now I think with these, okay, so these will be pages. So I'm jumping a bit all over the place. This is how my pages are going to be. I've got this Stampers Anonymous from Tim Holt's collection. I was just loving these little, you know, if you can't sew, if you haven't got a sewing machine, but this is a whole range of different stitches. And I thought I wouldn't mind using one of these. It might be too long. Like across the two. Maybe that one. Now, I can feel it's not very sticky, so I'm probably going to do this by hand. Scrap paper. Alright, let's put these up here. This one here. That one there and that one there. I was looking on... So I was also looking on Instagram, and Meg, one of the girls I follow, who's a printmaker, lovely, lovely, lovely Meg, had shared a little note that someone had sent in her inbox that was really rude, just incredibly troll-like and rude. Let's stamp that off a bit. It's quite dark, isn't it? And I was just thinking about how, and I know maybe there's the odd male that might watch this, but for the most part it's women, and how much harder we as women think we have to work, and how... Let's see how that works. Yeah, I don't mind that. And yeah, it was horrible what they said to her in her inbox. And I just think it's ludicrous how much extra work we have to do to feel that we're accepted, to feel loved, to feel that we're worthy. And I'm just going to say that right now. I'm worthy. I am worthy. I'm worthy of things, worthy of what I'd like to have, what I'd like to experience. And I know it sort of sounds a bit weird to, I don't know, maybe people who have had a normal, healthy life without trauma, or who are in happy relationships, or are in, you know, got support of partner or whatever. Yeah, it's probably sounds a bit weird to say that. Okay, I like that. So this was Espresso colour box, which is archival. Now it does, I knew I wasn't going to get this wet, so I've tried a experiment and I've wiped it with a wet wipe, and it doesn't actually stay, so it does come off. Alright, so there's one little set of pages that I don't necessarily want to do anything to. I'm going to try and keep, I wanted to put my pages in, but I'm also going to use some other people's freebie printables and put in some, I wanted to have a bit of a theme of honey and bees because of, you know, obviously Winnie the Pooh. Oh, fold this in half. And it goes into a pocket. Right, let's do one at a time. I'm still mass making, but just creasing these. Now, let's see what am I going to do on each side. I think I'd like to keep that butterfly there, so I'm going to fold this in this way. Now, if that's just working out which way I'm doing this. Or that could go around there. Bring that in just a tad more. I don't actually think I want to cover up either of the sides of this paper. So let's do this. Where's our page? So it's going to fit, if I have a tuck spot, it'll fit in, or it can be, I don't want to stick it down, so I might just put it in with washi so it's a flat, but you can have stuff inside. I think that's what's going to happen with that. So I think that I will sew around the edges. So let's just get these ready. So I'm doing sets of 3s. I mean, I could be doing more. I guess I'm just doing one per book at the moment. Yeah, I love this. You know, sometimes you do a painting and you just sort of go, yeah, that's good. That's cool. Okay, that's good. And other times you just do one and you go, I really love that. So I did. This was a collage. What did I use? Collage elements, painting, stamping, Posca pens. Yeah, just that's probably all I use, but it's still quite dense. So if I'm going to sew these, I just want to make sure that maybe they might be too tall. So even if they're halfway and they're like that, I think what I might do is take a bit off the top in there. Right, so they're ready to be sewn. Put that in the to be sewn pile. Alright, I want to use some other people's printables. Okay, I'm back. So I've got a couple of little envelopes, little pink envelopes. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with those. And I've got a couple of little cute envelopes from my friend Karen. And I think that they can go in. I don't know that I want to bind down the side. Just have a look at this one. I could possibly do that so that they're just a turnover and you've still got the pocket. Or I think these might be a little bit too small to do that with, so they'll probably be tucked into something. Who knows? We'll make it up as we go. That's what we do. So on this one, no, on the pink one, because that little girl on there sort of lends itself to something. So like I said, I was going to use a few of free Digi kits from different people. This isn't a free one actually, I think I bought this one. Pretty sure I did. This is from Susan Taylor Brown and it's the Echo print kit, Echo dyed. I love it when people make Echo dyed prints. I usually always buy them. I shouldn't. I should be making my own really, shouldn't I? But there you go. It's nice to support other people. Alright, the pink ones. Let's see. So, if we just mark this just a little bit smaller. Now, I've got 3 of everything printed out. So I guess this isn't exactly like Tina's mass making, because I'm not making 10 or so of each thing, but definitely making 3 of everything for each book so that they're relatively similar. And probably do, I don't know, maybe another 2. Let's wait and see. I didn't expect Snippet Saturday to go as long as it's been going. Obviously with Anne's Tag Tuesday, that's going all year. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so I need glue stick and glue book and my envelopes. So, news update on Australia with COVID. Of course, compared to the rest of the world, Australia is in its own little bubble. We opened up our borders to New Zealand. So we haven't had, I think we had maybe, I don't know how many days, quite a few days without a case in Melbourne. And then they've started to let internationals in, so of course we're all going to be at risk that someone will bring it in. And so someone in Perth brought it in and then someone sat next to that person and is now in Melbourne with COVID, so it's our first case in a long time. And that person, both the people, 2 of them, one person in Perth and one person here, went straight to quarantine. No questions asked. Absolutely no questions. Just, sorry, straight to quarantine. And Perth went into an immediate 3-day lockdown. So this is how Australia does the COVID thing. We've just immediate lockdown, that's it. So our bubble with New Zealand is still, we're still in a bubble with New Zealand, so we're still able to go there and back. People are allowed to without quarantining, which is a nice thought because Lily and I have been talking about, she's got a friend in Auckland, so we've been talking about maybe, because the airlines need their airfares, they're offering really good cheap bargains. So Lily's thinking of going over there because she loves it there, and I was thinking of going over there, but I don't want to. Just don't want to do all that stuff on my own, to be honest. So That's where we're at the moment. So we're not looking at doing a lockdown. Here we go. After I did say that I probably might not do any house sitting because of all the packing up and the packing down and the stress to the being at another place, and if the pets are really annoying, I did actually go and visit a lady the other day who only wants 4 days with the most fluffy, fat, gorgeous cat named Lola or Lila. Lola or Lila, I can't remember. Beautiful cat, just gorgeous, and really, you know, older, so well behaved, not like that damn kitten. That was hell, that kitten. Note to self, you're already gorgeous. There you go. Let's see what we got in here. If there's anything that might remind me of Winnie the Pooh or Honey or anything in here. Cat whisker. Gosh. Strawberries. No. Shaved ice brownies. There's some little people. They're not really Winnie the Pooh though, are they? What else have I got in here? I've got these little cute mandalas. They're not really anything to do with Winnie the Pooh either. Neither are the maps. I don't know. What am I doing? What else is in here? Oh, flowers. Woodland flowers would be fine, wouldn't they? Oh, they're nice. I wonder if I've got 3 of those. Two of everything. What are these? It's like a glass of Coke with a block of chocolate on the top. That's weird. Coffee. More little flowery things. All right, maybe they don't have to be exactly the same, do they? That's nice, that little flower. All right. Just little sticker symbols. Don't know why I've just got 2 of everything. Well, that's like, how do you make 3 things if you've only got 2 of everything? So Lily's booked. She's going up to Newcastle to see a band because now she's working full time. She can just do what she likes. There's some feathers. They're not. And she's booking to go to. She wants to go up to visit friends in Queensland because she's kind of missing them now that she's back here. All right. None of these appropriate. Oh, isn't that cute? A little shop. Oh, little windows and shops. Oh, they're so cute. All right, but they're not appropriate. They're not Winnie the Pooh-ish, are they? Might be some text. Oh, here's some funny little ones. Bugs. Little hearts. Oh, they might come in handy. How many have I got? Right, I've got 1, 2, 3 beehive colours. How's that? That'll do. Oh, I wish I had a whole heap of those. Oh, I'm pretty sure you didn't come here to watch me go through all my stickers. However, I'm sure there's a couple of things. All right, let's just get that out. Let's put, oh, I do like that. I'm just going to put it over there for myself, for something else. Okay. Well, that's a nice little flower. Oh, that's going to match the colour scheme, isn't it? But once again, that's 2 of everything. What about these? Daisies, lovely. Right, put these away. So yes, anyway, the little cat is quite gorgeous, and so that's in 2 weeks. But the point of the conversation about the lockdown in Perth, being in a 3-day lockdown, is that the lady is going to visit her mother in Perth, and all of a sudden she's already cancelled her tickets once, and so she's scared now that Perth's gone into a 3-day lockdown that she won't be going. And that will be sad, I think, because her mum's 86 and I think she missed her birthday last year and she just wants to see her for her birthday this year. So that's, you know, not so great. All right, where's the top of the envelope? Let's get them all up the right way. What I also learnt was that even though that was incredibly stressful in some ways to do all that backwards and forwards and packing up, I learnt that I really enjoy being near the beach. I probably already said that, but it's almost like it's worth it because just being near the beach was so good. So I've cancelled all of the settings that I had that were to do with other people and being near them or going somewhere so they could come with me, etc. And I have just now had a chat to a lady who's down. We've got a place called Sandringham, and she's got a big old dog that just wants a little walk every day, and he's quiet and he's so placid. But that's 9 days in the middle of the year, round about my birthday. So that's something I'm thinking I might do that one, but I'll go and meet her and I'll meet the dog first and make sure the dog isn't terrible. Now I feel like these all need a little bit of some sort of type. Now, you know what I wish I had? I wish I had a Winnie the Pooh book that's not a golden book that I'm using, so I could use some of the pages or the type for writing on. I've got some, right, I've got some bees. These are from the Graphics Fairy, so I'm going to use these as little journaling cards inside. Make them a bit fancy. I don't know if anyone else has trouble with their thinking shears. Oh, that's cute. All right. A bit wonky, oh well. Hard to use, I think, sometimes. Right, there's that. And that one. I'm sorry, it's really loud. I'm sure it's really loud, and I actually did spend a few days yesterday, most of yesterday actually, looking at my setup and trying to work out how to do an overdub on my computer, because I've really got a good mic. I've got good things to use, but clearly not enough. Today we live in the moment. How about that? That's a good one. These are stickers. Or is it a whole sticker? The whole thing is a sticker. They're not even cut down. I have to cut them down, I think. Yeah, so I'm aware that it can be a bit noisy, and I'm sorry about that. I am going to remedy it. I think I've said that before, and then not done anything about it. Oops. Alright, here we go. We're going to have this one. Very good affirmation for me for today. Live in the moment. okay, you're not going to see it. So still won't see it. Oh, I wonder what we need to be able to see that. I think it's going to have to be on some white card. Alright, there's some card that, so just an old thing. It's still very faint. Okay, I found it. My little punch. Just might take a bit off the end. So I just used a bit of old, you know, they send out these calendars with a bit of a magnet for the fridge, so that's all I've used. Just junk that could have been thrown out, but it's a good thick card. I'll put that under a book for a little while. Okay, I just remembered that I've got some words printed out somewhere that were from Artie Maze's Facebook group, so there's some freebies I've got somewhere. Right, I'm happy with those. Got these cute little books that have got like little notes about plants. They're not sticky, they're just printed out. I think I got them off Amazon. They might be good there. Those over in the to be either punched or to be continued later pile, or sewn as the other ones need to be sewn. So these ones have got little journaling cards inside. I didn't cut that edge off, did I? Though I just thought about something I'm going to do. It's got some antique linen. Just put a bit of colour around the edges. Toning down the pink, even though on this side you'll see it. It's ended up a lot more with the browns, and I'm even going to just do a little bit of a wash over this one too. I won't do it over the actual sticker because it's already a little bit hard to see. Right, let's just do these. I find when you do the this over the tag, it just helps bring it in, like the, you know, matches the colour of the edges and helps bring the piece together. In fact, I'm going to go over this one as well because I think it's sticking out a little bit too much. That's what it was. I wasn't liking it because it was too bright and obvious. Now it actually looks like it's part of the picture. All right, that's better. So we've got 3 little envelopes with a little card inside to journal on. So that's one for each book. I've got these 3 to make into pockets for each book. I've still got some more bees, so I can use them on something or in something. I've got my books punched, and I've got some insert pages. Now let's just look at that. So I've got to, I'm not quite sure, I might just end up doing the punches for the spiral bound all in one go at the end, or I might just do them as I go. Just going to look at this. I didn't want to put anything on here because it's just enjoyable as it is, if I don't say so myself, even though it's my work. But no, got to like our other work. This is one of my favourites. I tried to categorise. I've got these little folders, so I tried to categorise them into some sort of semblance. So these are all just little bits of offcuts, but I'm not sure if there's anything in here. I love these, the little dragonflies, they might go. I love this, but shells are not really, they don't really remind you of Winnie the Pooh, do they? That, for some reason, reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. No idea why. It's just little offcuts. Little flowery things, maybe. Not roses, the colours are right, but, oh, no. No. Balloons. Oh, these are double-sided. That's handy to know. Oh, a bit of Eeyore blue, maybe. Oh, that might work. Eeyore blue. How's that? Let's get a bit of Eeyore in there too. And shiny stuff. What about the gold? Maybe that would be good to find something to do with it. So I might think about just having a bit of gold like that, like a strip, and then when it's open, it'll just, okay, that's something that I think would look nice next to this. So let's work out, oh, just putting glitter everywhere. Love it. All right, 15.5 divided by 3. Let's just put the ruler in the middle and just say 5, 10, because if they're in 3 different books, it's not going to matter whether it's off just a little bit, is it? Five, 10. Right, let's cut those. Now I think I am going to do some jelly plate printing for this book as well. I'd like to try and get as much creativity into these ones. This is, right, so that's going to go like that. That will go like that. That will go like that. That'll go like that. So it'll be like a little card where you can write along the edge. A bit more writing. Turn it over, and there'll be one of those for each book. Now, I still think maybe that this requires collage. Right, I think it does. What do you think? So let's just pull those apart, because we can put them all together at the end. It's not going to matter. So we've got 3 of those to put in our little stash pile there. We've got 3 of these. And now we've got 3 of these, and I think I'd like to use that dictionary, that gorgeous dictionary I just got. Here it is. Honey. Honeyed, honeyless, honeymoon, honeysuckle. That'll be a good one. Bear. It's even got a picture of a bear. There. And what else? Honey, bear, friendship maybe? Because it's what the story kind of is. What am I missing? I always spell it wrong. Friendship. Is it A-E-I or I-E? F-R-I... Friendship, there it is. Actually, I don't spell it wrong. I think my fingers just type it wrong on the computer. Do I want to just do it this way? Yeah, right, let's do that. Let's put it down like this, and then we've created a little tuck. However, I'm just thinking, this is a blank page and this is something you'd want to write on. So maybe I put this like that, or like that. So that's going to be punched on this side. So it'll be like that, and then you'll turn the page. If I punch this on this side, it'll still be a tuck, but it won't be very deep. But if I put it this way and punch it, I could actually punch that word friendship out, and I don't want to do that. So if I do it like that, that's too big. So I think it's going to go like this. Okay, let's do that. Well, I was expecting to do a little bit of collaging then, but I've ended up basically making pockets out of these, like these, alright. And maybe it's a good idea to just not overdo these. Let's make some little pockets. Right, they go this way. So this is the back. It's going to be stuck down. Let's put a little notch in. And let's put these, glue these down. Okay, so we've got little pockets now. I've got quite a bit to have started with now, haven't I? Ready to punch. Ready to punch. Ready to punch. Ready to punch. These will be, let's see. There you go. Already. That's where they're going. That might change a bit later, but for now, that's where they're going. Alright, everything's ready to be punched except for these, which need to be sewn down the sides, and then they'll be ready to go as pockets. That's it for today. I'll do a part 2 really quickly. I'm not quite sure. I do want to do some more messy, rough, jelly printed type of things in here. Now, I'm not sure when it's going to come up because I've got Tag Tuesday to do, and I actually think I might make my own jelly plate, which will mean that that might take me a bit longer. Maybe I'll just make a jelly plate as part of the next video. How does that sound? Bye for me for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.